Welcome to sports, everybody. The government secondary schools basketball season winding down. Yesterday at the Donald Davis Gym, the Anatol Rogers Timberwolves senior boys in the white having their way with the CV Bethel Stingrays. This game got so out of hand in the fourth quarter that the Timberwolves put on showtime for the crowd with a dunking exhibition. The Stingrays got one or two highlights in as well. But at the end of the day, it was Anatol Rogers celebrating a 79-37 victory. Deshaun Dean leading the way in the win with a side-high 13 points. Quimar Gibson had a game-high 15 in the loss. Following the game, an elated coach Stephen Strawn spoke on behalf of the winning Timberwolves.
We were looking forward to this game for quite a bit. It has special implications for myself. You know, I once coached CV Bethel. You know, the players said that, Coach, we're going to go out there and we're going to play hard for you. You know, we came up with the victory. The guys had fun. You know, we haven't had this much fun in a long time. You know, the games that are more, the competition is keener and played tighter. We find ourselves kind of tense, but as you can see out there, the guys had fun. We played from 1 to 15. You know, we didn't get to run our plays as I wanted them to, but nonetheless, we came up with the victory, and we thank God for that.
Now for Strawn and the Timberwolves, it's been a great season so far, and they hope it will continue over to the postseason.
We pulled off some big wins. You know, we had a big win on CC Sweeting, over CC Sweeting on Thursday pass, and I told the guys, stay hungry. You know, I told these guys over and over that Anatol Rogers now, we're no longer pups, but we're full-grown wolves. So I tell them, stay on the hunt, and the wolf pack is hunting, so, you know, let's go out there and let's see what we can do.
Now for Stingrays coach Thurman Johnson, yesterday's loss to the Timberwolves was just another bump in the road.
Man, we had a couple of guys that came out. Everything went wrong. Everything went wrong. Guys were not executing. We went over some simple stuff, didn't execute, and didn't really come out to compete tonight. And as a result of that, you know, we didn't really put our best effort forward.
Now, just like with the Stingrays, the 2011-2012 season has been a disappointing one for the Doris Johnson Mystic Marlins. They, too, coming out on the wrong end of a lopsided scoreline yesterday, losing 68-39 to the CC Sweeting Cobras. Roosevelt Chicken Wiley scored a game-high 16 points in the win for the Cobras as they tune up for the playoffs.
It always feels good to win, but right now that's the last season game, and we're preparing for the playoffs. So, unfortunately, we don't know who we have in the playoffs as yet, but we preparing for the playoffs right now.
Now, regardless of who the Cobras' playoff opponent is, assistant coach Derek Cummings says there is still some work to be done.
Well, I think we got to work on more on our energy. You know, coach came in our practice today and said a lot of games is won in practice, so I think we got to pick up the intensity in our practices so we can come out on the floor and show what we do in practice, all right? And that's where I think it lies, that we got to pick up our intensity all around. We got to take care of the basketball and limit our turnovers to win.
Now, following high school hoops yesterday, the New Providence Women's Basketball Association took back to the floor at the Donald Davis Gym. In the opening game, the Johnson Truckers, using their bench most of the way, they came away with a 59-43 win over the Sentinel Junior All-Stars. As for the feature game, the defending champion 4J's Cheetahs winning over the Super Value Cybot Queens 63-53. League play will pick back up again tomorrow night. The Cybots and the All-Stars start things off before COB and the Truckers follow in the nightcap. Well, President of the Bahamas Basketball Federation, Charlie Softly Robbins, settling into his new position. For Softly, it's all about getting the family islands on board.
I'm so happy to say that the last 2 years we had 3 teams from the different islands now. So far, now we have 7 teams, 7 islands that are playing basketball, and I think that's the biggest thing in my book right now is to make sure that these islands are playing and we could have a true national champions. Our nationals will be in Bimini this year on the 19th of April. So we are getting people excited about that.
Now, even though Softly is stationed in Grand Bahama, he has been making his rounds. His focus for the past few days has been on New Providence, and come the end of the week, he'll be on Federation business outside of the country.
Watching some of the girls play basketball. I watched the game on Saturday night during the ring ceremony. I am very proud of the job that Simone and her team is doing. So basketball is basically on the move. Tomorrow night I'm going to watch some of the men play basketball in the next gym to see what we have to do to bring them on par, but I heard that they're doing pretty well. I'm getting ready now to go down to Trinidad on Friday to see when our national teams will be ready to travel in 2012. Once we come back, we'll announce the coaches of those teams. I've already been in contact with some of our top players who are kind of excited to represent the Bahamas. So we're gonna have a good, exciting time this year.
Well, pro boxing set to make its return to the Kendall Isaacs Gym on February 4th, with first-round action in the King of the Ring series being put on by Major Promotions. Tonight, Charles Fisher speaks with two of the headliners who are training on a daily basis.
The fighters are busy putting in that final piece of the puzzle that will make them picture perfect on the first pro card in a long time. King of the Ring series will be headlined by Major Payne, the best pound-for-pound fighter in the Bahamas.
I'm in excellent, great shape. I'm just looking forward for February 4th. Come next week, and I want the fight fans to come out because it's going to be a great, spectacular, fantastic show come next week. For me, I'm looking forward to go there and put on a spectacular show like always. Fight fans can really expect a great show because, this is a new year. I got a lot on my plate, looking forward to fight for the British Commonwealth title, so I'm not taking no opponent lightly. Let's go on there to shine and, continue to work hard and to accomplish my goal.
The card will also mark the return of Denzel Death Miller, who will take on his longtime nemesis, Richard the Hammer Pitt, in the co-main event.
Well, in excellent condition from the last fight, I continued the gym and continue working out, because I know a match could call any time, so it's best to be in condition at all time. All I know that, this is a different fight. I want him to really understand, this is not the same fight we fought years ago, it's a different fight. And I'm more focused, I have a new trainer who's taking me to the extra mile, and I'm very excited and I feel good, I feel way better than all the years that I fight. Probably I like wine, the older it get, the more better it tastes.
Card should be a hard-hitting, exciting one February 4th at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. King of the Ring giving fight fans something to look forward to. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
All right, thanks a lot, Charles. On to some sailing news now. 2012 marks the 25th anniversary of the St. Valentine's Regatta, and so it is only fitting that one of the sport's most notable ambassadors is being honored, Sir Durwood Knowles.
From start, he used to run the race, set the course up, then he had to do financial, so therefore I say, give him his flowers while he lived.
Recognizing Sir Durwood Knowles, I think, is a fitting honor for him. He's been an outstanding contributor to many sports, and particularly to Barbara J and his efforts in this regatta.
Now, in addition to honoring Sir Durwood and celebrating its silver jubilee, the 2012 St. Valentine's Regatta will also mark the beginning of a new era, that is, for Angelique McKay, who is now in charge of the sailing desk at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture is looking into introducing a whole new bunch of initiatives to really familiarize the general public with the art of sailing in the Bahamas. And it's our intention that we're going to introduce all of these new initiatives by April of this year. But we would like to invite Bahamians to go onto the Government of the Bahamas' website, look at the regatta calendars, and be a part of this exciting sport in the Bahamas by going around the islands, getting an opportunity to see your country and support the sailors of our country.
And that will do it for sports.